So I finished that one story about me having a crush on this girl when I was in bio, right? Bio class. No, but like, yeah, you know what I mean. I had that one video that's animated, or at least I tried to animate it. It's like more like an animatic, but it has little animations that I tried for like days, because I was just using a mouse. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So, I wanted to make like a series of crushes because I had a lot of crushes, and I'm like, I'm gonna make this one, I'm gonna make that one, and I basically had like a considerate amount of crushes that I want to make a series about, because it feels so interesting to me. Like, if I had this experience of liking this girl, then how about other people? What would they make out of it? And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make a video about it and let's see how it goes. And surprisingly, like, not a lot of people, but because I don't have a lot of views, but considerate amount of people that watch my videos says, like they had girls that they like, and they try to approach them with many type of ways that they want to, for them to like appeal to them, so that they can get that approval of being their boyfriends or something like that. But that's how it goes. So like, this one is like a prequel to that one. Okay, let's just say that my first crush, right? My first crush, I was back in I think I was like at 5th grade or 6th grade. So basically, there's this one girl. We were in the same school, but like different classes, right? So what I did was, so we were like in this same school but different classes, but we had the same bus, like going to like, I never knew her house, but whatever, man. We were in the same house. We were in the same bus. So like every time we get a chance to talk, she was so like outgoing, and she would always be down to earth and talk, right? I always feel like I'm that one kid who just stays by themselves and not be the cool kid, and try to like tell myself that I'm a weirdo, I'm a creep, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's like that. But basically, it's like telling myself that I'm just not cool enough to be around other people. So like, once a person talks to me, like I still had friends, I still had my best friends around that time, who kept me company, like, but I still thought that I wasn't cool enough. But so that this is what I thought. I don't know what my friends thought of me, but my best friend at the time, like, didn't talk to me in school, because I thought that I was uncool and I wasn't as good as other people. So I don't know if it's that because of that, or I don't know why he don't talk to me at school. And whenever I try to talk to him, he's like, yeah, okay, I'm okay, and that's about it. And we did some group projects together, and that was really cool and stuff like that. He's probably just a little bit shy or whatever, but when we were like at our houses and stuff, and we were playing games and stuff, he would be super down to earth and stuff like that. They're not really two-faced. It just, I don't know, man. Some people are like that. So okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so that girl, like, I kept talking to her, right? And then she and me were like really talkative about some stuff, and I'm like, hey, do you like this one? Do you like this thing that I like? And I'm like, I'm just forcing myself into talking to her, because like, when I like a certain person, whether it be somebody that's not a girl, or somebody like like you just basically trust them, just because you feel like you have a connection with them. And that's what I felt like. And I'm like, okay, I would talk a lot to that person. I would say stuff to that person to make them feel comfortable enough that they won't want to talk to me. So that's what I did. I don't know about other people, but that's what I did. So I thought that I was doing good. I was doing pretty well, but I had this scared fear of rejection, and that rejection, it still haunts me to this day. But I made it out. But what I couldn't do is that I couldn't express myself to tell her that I like her. I didn't have the courage to tell her that, hey, I like you for like this long, and I was wondering if I could, take you out on a date. I didn't have that courage to say that stuff. And years later, right? I moved to a different place. So years later, I found out that my best friend liked that same girl, and at that same time, we both I think we still had this conscience of respecting each other's privacy and their love relationship. Mind you, we were in 5th or 6th grade, so I don't know why we had that kind of thought. But so I basically had 3 friends. Sorry, I basically had 2 friends besides me. They're my best friends, and one was a grade older than me, and one was in the same grade. But the same grade friend, he also liked that girl. He's he hit me up on my DMs on Instagram. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you going? We were just chatting and just reminiscing about our days as a kid and telling each other stories that we never told each other. And then that story came out, that crush story came out, and he's like, hey, do you remember that girl when we used to talk to each other when we were a kid in that bus? I'm like, of course I knew. I wouldn't talk to I know I liked that girl, but I never told anyone, right? So I never told anyone. So I'm like, yeah, what about that girl? Who is that girl? I was just playing it normal. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I do. I know what he was talking about. Of course I knew what he was talking about, but I just pretended that I didn't. And he's like, that girl, what's her name? And I'm like, oh, that girl. I already knew everything, but I was just pretending to not know, because I didn't want sound so eager to that tell my friend that I like her. I used to like her. So my friend was like that, and I'm like, oh, that's a girl, and I already know. I'm not gonna say it again. And it's like, yeah, I used to like that girl. He's like, I used to like that girl. I'm like, what the heck? I never knew, because I kind of knew, I guess, in a way, but I didn't get a confrontation from him when we were a kid, because I kind of knew what he was trying to do when he was approaching that girl. And at the same time, I didn't want to, because that girl is because if you're a girl, everybody want to talk to you, even if you if you're bullied or something like that. I mean, that's my belief as a kid, but everybody talks to her in the bus, right? But for specific persons, she talked to a lot more, basically me, and another friend of mine. So why I backed off and didn't told her I like her is basically because when I had the courage to tell her that I like her, she was basically with another guy, and that another guy was a friend of mine. And that friend, I had that 2 friends. Basically, that was one of them. The guy that was a grade older than us, he took the chance and said, hey, I like you, and they were basically girlfriends or boyfriends. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But I respect my bro, because I'm not gonna take it away from him. So I'm just like, I guess I have to back up, but that was not a good feeling to have. I had a little jealousy, but I didn't express it in a way that they would understand that I have jealousy. I would just be like, huh, really? What? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I'm just like that. But yeah. So my friend told me that he also had a crush on that girl, but he never told her or him. But I'm like, oh yeah, I also had a crush on her. And we were just I'm just mind blown, because 3 friends like this one girl, but one took a chance, another didn't, and another was just waiting for that chance. Because I moved away, and I guess it didn't. I don't know what came up, or that other friend, who was not the older one, that other friend tried to like approach her or something like that, or they probably became girlfriends and boyfriends that I didn't know about, but I doubt that. And then years later, I told that same girl, because we were still in contact. To talk to each other, and I'm like, hey, like when we were a kid, I used to like you, but I didn't get the courage, and I was too scared to tell you that I like you. And she's like, oh, I kind of figured that you liked me. And I'm like, what? How did you know? I mean, like, I think that girls like to play with you and say that they know that you like them, but I don't think that they do. They just trying to play it off that they do like you, but that's just me, man. All right, thank you for listening to my crush story. I know that I haven't been animating. It's basically because my laptop computer is broken, and I can't afford a new one. So I'm just trying to make content that's available for me to do, and I want people that watch me going through this journey of self-discovery to realize that whatever is going on with your life, whatever is going on around you, it's going to be better, even if something that's bad or something that's not good in your life that comes up and you're just like, I don't want to be around here anymore. You just have to deal with it, and while dealing with it, it helps you become stronger, both mentally and physically. And I hope that my stories help other people. So this is like the part 2, or like a prequel to the part 1, but still still a crush story. So thank you for listening to my horrible story, but I hope you guys' days goes well, and there's gonna be another crush story that I will provide to make that content. All right, thank you for listening to my weird story, and I hope you guys do well.